Hey there, I'm Lars DeVore. I'm the creative director at Lightbox Interactive. We're here to show our new game Starhawk. Starhawk is a third-person arcade-based shooter. It takes place in the lawless frontiers of space, and it allows you to actually change your battlefield for you at any time when you're playing. In the middle of firefights, you can lay down bases, you can bring in allies to help fight with you. We really looked at Warhawk and what we felt was fun about it, which was ground, air, and on-foot combat, and a fast-paced, frenetic gameplay. And we took those elements and we wanted to add a much fuller universe. We wanted to add single player. So one of the things that Warhawk really had that was strong is that the game ended up coming, kind of working itself out in many different ways. And we felt like the most logical extension of that was being able to put down buildings and being able to put down battlements anywhere you want. And to get that to actually work fluidly in the gameplay was really a challenge. We went through a couple of different iterations of how you could actually do that and do that in multiplayer. And I think what we've achieved with being able to have that be as fluid as switching weapons or as fluid as getting in a vehicle is something that really is going to bring a big difference in Starhawk. It's going to have a full single-player campaign, and it's going to have a full story. That's something that delivers, this great character, Emmett Graves, that has an interesting story and has interesting conflict. But really, one of the main things that we knew we needed to be true to the fans of Warhawk, was to really take a lot of concentration and make sure that multiplayer was as strong as we could possibly make it. We wanted to take Warhawk and take that up to the point where we felt that it really needed to be. One of the things that ended up kind of coming true in Warhawk, the more people played it and the more the DLC came out, which changed the game a little bit, that strategies really started to evolve very differently. We were able to add things in the DLC that changed people's strategies, and we felt like if we could give people tools that would allow them to be able to change their strategies just as fluidly in the game, that's really where we kind of started to come up with Build and Battle and how we wanted to bring it into the game. We've been working with Sony and exclusively on the PS3 for over 10 years. We worked on PS2. We've been really, really closely tied with Sony. All of us are Sony employees before we started Lightbox. And it's something that we've really been able to get into the guts of the PS3 and milk it for everything it's worth. It's a very, very powerful box, and it really has a lot of potential to do different things with it, approach problems in very different ways because of the flexibility. Creative director, I think, is one of those terms that really changes from studio to studio in our industry. And there are some creative directors that are very design heavy. There are some creative directors that are actually more like producers. My day-to-day duties are, I'm sitting down with artists, I'm critiquing their work, I'm sitting down with the animators, we're talking about character, we're talking about the way it moves, but I'm doing the higher level stuff, working with the writer to talk about story, developing Emmett Graves as a character. We worked really closely with Sony Santa Monica, developing the main character. Ken Feldman, who's the art director on God of War, was really instrumental. It was something that we really collaborated tightly with them, and that's one of the great advantages that we have working with Sony Santa Monica. Starhawk's going to be available exclusively on PlayStation 3. It's being developed by Lightbox Interactive in a partnership with Sony Santa Monica. I'm Lars DeVore. Thanks for coming out, and I hope you guys have a good time in Austin while you're here.